What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 236 piece. As always, hold the fry. Joined by your guys, Krabs and Javon. Philly's cake last night, huh?
Yeah, just a little
Philly
bit.
cheesecake.
A little bit of cake.
We had some Philly cheesecakes last night for dinner, chats. It is what it is. All right, we're bouncing back with the squad ride today. Vibes are still up. Bets are still hitting. All right. Squad ride still hitting at a 60% clip. We take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday, chat. Any day of the week. All right. We've got an action-packed card today. Action-packed BTL, Javon. We've got, obviously, a day game baseball game. We'll go over here in a little bit, okay, before it starts up. I know you guys all want to bet the Tigers. We'll go over that. We obviously have the Eastern Conference Finals we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the Orioles and how they sneakily have the second best record in baseball now, Javon. They're balling. We crafted up a little prize picks to sweat out for this day game as well, chat. We're going to go over that before 1 Eastern when it starts. We've got a reverse run line of the day today for you, okay? We've got plenty of MLB to dive into and to find winners. Plain and simple, chat. Plain and simple. Y'all don't show the 3 plays anymore. We do. We're not running on Streamlabs this week. We have some computer issues. So running on StreamYard this week. No best bets, graphics. We'll probably have that back next week, guys. Okay? We're going old school, back to our roots this week with the old stream. Yeah. All right, chat? Javon, you're getting some requests for a WNBA goat whale. You crafted up with Trent. Do you care to share?
Yeah. I still haven't decided whether I'm going with that exact one or not, but I think he has it linked to his Pikkit, so you can look there. I think I'm probably going to have the same first 4 that we talked about, maybe add a 5th different one, but I'll post it on Twitter once it's finished.
Once it's fully cooked?
Yeah. Once mine's fully cooked, I'll see. I'll see what we're doing, but he has his on Pikkit.
Grinder under, short Trent.
Yeah, that's what he has as his 5th leg that I don't know if I can take.
I'm sure that'll go over well. My goodness. Sure. Hey, a bet's a bet. A bet's a bet. Okay. Javon graduated. He's now a WNBA sharp. Sure, Devin.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. That's why you go to school. That's why you get that piece of paper.
Yeah, far from that. Far from the WNBA sharp.
Awesome. We got Hey Fades coming in with a sub bang. Happy 3 months, my man. I appreciate the support. Okay. You're a beast. And chat, when the BTL Twitter gets to 10K followers and we're about 100 away, I'm going to give away $100 on BTL. Okay. So make sure you're following the BTL Twitter. Okay. I'll do another giveaway once we hit 10K followers. We're close. We're right there, chat. Help us out. If you don't follow the Twitter already, it is at BookItBTL. I will put it in chat. No excuses, chat. No excuses. All right. Get involved. Buy some merch from the merch site. Okay. Get involved. Join the Discords. We want to connect with you guys more, not just on BTL or SearchStream. Okay, chat. So get involved. Get involved in the community. All right. Give back. Love it. All right, Javon. We've got a game starting up here in about 20, about 30 maybe. We've got Pittsburgh versus Detroit. All right. Lines moved about 20 cents towards Detroit. Shocker, facing a lefty. And they have Erod up on the bump, who's been dominant so far this season. Dude's been electric. Total down to 7.5 from 8. Gun to my head, I'm taking the under. I'm not going to play it. There's been way too many unders involved in both these teams recently. It seems a little too easy, and so do the Tigers. I'll be honest with you. But, I mean, they're up to minus 175, so they should get it done. But I'm sure as heck not taking their minus 1.5. I'm sure as heck not taking their team total over. Javon, where do you stand? Rich Hill versus Erod in this 110 Eastern game.
Yeah, definitely stand with the under. That would be what I would take, gun to my head, if I had to. I have seen way too many Tigers to feel comfortable backing them, but I mean, they are at a pretty significant price. They don't often get much respect even against the Tigers. I guess we saw it yesterday, or against the Pirates, saw it yesterday, and they came through. So to see them at this price, even with Erod, is probably a little surprising, but I can't back them. Let's go with the under.
Okay. All right, chat. If you need a play, you need a straight bet for this early game to take the edge off, to feel something, Javon's got you covered. He likes the under. I do as well. I'm just too scared to place it. I am. One of these Tigers games has got to go over at some point, man. Maybe it's today. Probably not. With Erod on the bump, he should pitch very well against a struggling Pirates lineup, but I'm good. I'm good on a bet in that game. We did craft up a little prize picks, chat, a little two-piece for you for these day game action, okay? We got Javi Baez, more than 7 fantasy score, and we've got Ke'Bryan Hayes to not strike out. If you guys look back at Ke'Bryan Hayes' last few games, he's been a strikeout machine. Not really sure why they're still hanging the square up there on prize picks, but we're taking him not to strike out. And Javi Baez, we know he crushes left-handed pitching. If he can't get to Dick Mountain, old man Rich Hill up on the bump, who just qualified for AARP, I don't know what the heck Javi Baez is useful for, or what he's even doing here. Okay? He's got to tee off on our guy. And there's not that many options on the PP board, chat, because there's probably not going to be many runs, right?
Pretty much.
All right. So we'll take a Javi Baez solo nuke early, and we'll go about our day. And Ke'Bryan Hayes' legacy's at the plate. He's not striking out. All right, chat. And Trent took Hayes on his secret TikTok entry. Sure he did. Man. I fucking bet, dude.
I don't have my camera on at this very second, but I literally want you to know that I was just live on TikTok sending my viewers to come tune into this stream. But right before, we cooked up a secret nuke. Deadass has Ke'Bryan Hayes a strikeout in it.
We'll be sees. Yeah, that'll hit. Sure. I don't know why the heck that's up. W's Trent, though, bringing the squad over from TikTok. Love it. Got to herd those cattle over here. All right. You guys know the drill. What's up, Trent?
Chat, if you're just joining from TikTok, these are the fellas, Javon and Krabs. They are 10 times more surgical at prize picks plays than I am. So listen to them. But welcome.
Sure. W Trent, no camera, no problem. Who needs it?
He's in the lab.
Who needs it? He's in the lab. He probably is. He's got all his monitors up. He's got his notes out. Don't sleep. That model's probably computing as we speak.
Yeah.
All right, Javon?
That's what we need to see.
Dubs. Awesome. Awesome chat. Well, we got a little two-piece for you to feel something for this early game. I think it's smacking Javi Baez to do something and Brian Hayes to not strike out. All right, chat, little two-piece, hold the front. Love it.
There we go.
Absolutely love it. Well, Javon, another day, another dollar, another Yankees cheating scandal. How about it?
How about it?
How about it? Chat. Finishing up a round on the links yesterday afternoon with my little cousin who beat me, by the way. He's incredible. Finishing up a round, I get a text from Javon, Yankees cheating again. I go, no fucking way. I start freaking out. I start looking up stuff. Next thing you know, I see a clip of Domingo Germán having to go talk with the umpires. And I know you guys can't hear it, but we'll commentate. All right. Domingo Germán, he's got some sticky stuff on his hands. He's got some tar. And if you watch his pants, which you'll see here at the end of the video, right now you're looking at him getting checked out by the umps. They're all feeling up his hands. Really fucking weird. Feel bad for these umps, honestly, having to do this stuff. They don't want to eject anybody. It's awkward as heck, right? And it's their call. And it's sketchy, right? It's like, where do you draw the line? Because everyone's using a little bit of something, right? But where do you draw the line? And obviously, Domingo Germán, who is notoriously, a piece of crap, he is. There's no real other way to put it. This guy's had domestic violence cases against him. This guy's cheated multiple times in the past, gotten caught for it. I mean, he's been cheating the last couple games because he's been pitching great, right? Well, he got tossed. And you'll see the camera here zoom in on his hand. You'll see when his hand moves, you can see some nasty-ass tar or some substance on his pants, okay? Here's the deal, guys. Domingo Germán, he really does represent the New York Yankees as a whole. He does. And I give Judge a hard time, chat. But I'm sure Judge is a cool dude, okay? And he is one of the best players in baseball. Don't get me wrong. He is. But he's the captain. And I hate the Yankees. 2 + 2 = 4. I'm going to chirp him. And I don't care what anyone says. But Domingo Germán, he's actually a human trash can. This dude is the scum on the bottom of your shoe when you're walking on the street. This guy does not belong in baseball. If he wasn't on the Yankees, I'd be saying the same crap. But he is. Crazy coincidence, huh? Especially after last night. That whole bit. We're not going to go into that, all right? Judge did hit a nuke last night, and his eyeballs were locked into the pitcher. All right, I'll give credit where credit's due. That was a nuke, all right? But Domingo Germán, Javon, he's cheating, plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean, isn't the first time. He should have gotten in trouble the first time around that we were talking about against the Twins with the same umpiring crew, I believe. They gave him a warning and told him to wash off his hands, and what do you know? Next time he comes back and he sees him in Toronto, does it again, gets thrown out of the game. So can't say I'm incredibly shocked. Not that he's, the greatest person of all time, obviously, but we see it time and time again. And here we go. The Yankees are back at it, doing what they do best. I did think it was funny, though. The Blue Jays were complaining about the base coaches again, and then Aaron Boone did the same thing when their base coach out of the box. I thought that was funny.
100%. These teams do not vibe with each other one bit.
Yeah.
These guys hate each other more than Red Sox Yanks right now.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Is there a rivalry more built in legitimate hatred right now than Toronto and New York? I don't think there is in baseball.
Yeah.
These guys simply do not like each other. And chat, I think we can all agree that Domingo Germán is a piece of shit. Okay, even if you are a Yankee fan in chat, I've been hearing it the past 24 hours. I've been having Yankee fans hit me up saying the Judge thing, that's a stretch. But Domingo Germán, yeah, he is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And they don't even like him.
Yeah.
So we can all agree this dude sucks. Figure it out. Figure it out, New York.
And Astros Yankees is different because it's like it's different because Carlos Correa is not a part of that. That was like the main Astros, I guess, fuel. It's Carlos Correa talking shit about all the Yankees, and he's not there anymore. So it's a little different.
Right.
You got a lot of guys on both sides for this Yankees-Jays rivalry that are obviously still there and talking shit. So
100%.
That one's a big one. Rays are a big one now, which is also fun because they can't beat the Rays. But we'll see. Yankees are kind of getting hot. Maybe this is what they need.
Sure.
And yeah,
piece of shit for pine tar. That's strong.
Wait, you might want to Google Domingo Germán of what he's in the past.
He's a piece of shit because number one, he's a domestic violence scum, bottom of the earth. I can't even explain how much I fucking hate this guy because of his past. Number two, he cheats all the time. There's really not a pitcher in baseball who's been caught with substances over the past couple of years than this guy. He doesn't give a hoot. He doesn't. You think that's a team player? You think the rest of that dugout is getting good vibes from Domingo Germán when he continuously puts his team in a bad spot?
Yeah.
And if you have to cheat that bad to pitch well, you should get caught. And you probably don't deserve to be pitching that. Get this scumbag out of the league. No, he's not a piece of shit because he had pine tar in his hand last night. He's a piece of shit because of domestic violence cases in the past, because he's cheated a bazillion times, and he doesn't care to change it or change his ways. All right? Be a better person. Grow up.
Yeah.
Grow up, Domingo Germán.
Could also tell, the way obviously he was cheating and they saw that, but this is the second time around that he got caught, and the second they caught him, he just accepted it. There was no fight. It wasn't like Scherzer.
Because they
it wasn't
called
like Scherzer. Yeah, like Scherzer went back and he was arguing the whole time because he, thought he didn't do anything wrong or didn't have anything. Or whatever the real story is there. Germán he took it, which was very obvious what his approach would have been going into that. He just knew.
100%. 100%. At least he took it like a man, I guess. He didn't bitch. Caught him red-handed. Well, I hope that this cheating stuff really settles down because, number one, I don't like it. Number two, it's not a good example for the youngins. It's not. I'm just going to say it. I'll be the boomer. I'll make the comment. It's not a good example. It's not. Pitch right. Don't cheat. That goes for anything in life. Domingo Germán, he's a cheater. He's a scumbag. He's a piece of shit. He's a criminal. I don't like him, and he shouldn't be in baseball. I'm just going to say. He shouldn't be in baseball.
Yeah.
Dude sucks. He sucked for years. All right, chat. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Got plenty of other stuff to talk about this afternoon besides the Yankees cheating once again. All right. So let's dive into it. And yeah, I would love to face Domingo Germán one-on-one in the ring. I would love to face Domingo Germán one-on-one in the ring and give that dude a piece of his own medicine. Straight up. All right. Let's talk about the Eastern Conference Finals, Javon. We got your Heat in there tonight. We got your Heat playing. Spreads up to 8, my man. Spreads up to 8 against the Celtics. Are you shocked by that number? You think it's fat? You think it's right? Where's your head at?
No, I expect the line disrespect at this point. We saw it 1,000 times. They're 11.5-point, 12-point underdogs in Milwaukee game 1 in the first round. I think they're damn near 4 or 5-point underdogs in MSG game 1 there too. And now they're coming into this series with a banged up Jimmy Butler. So, 8 points doesn't really surprise me there. So I'm not shocked.
Okay. Does it shock you at all that total's moved up a point? I know it's only a point. Okay. To be honest with you, I know Boston's offense is elite, but when they're locked in, they can score with anybody. They can put up, 130 piece with their eyes closed when they're playing well, shooting the rock well. But we know Miami games, if Miami wants any chance in this game, it's probably going to have to go under. They're going to have to win with defense, right? It's not really surprising. That's kind of their MO. The total's up a little bit, though. Shocker. And we've seen the majority of totals in the NBA playoffs creeping down, which is not surprising. Typically, the unders are sharp in the playoffs. But tonight, and I need to look up the splits, and I'll look those up while you kind of give your pitch on the total. I like the over, man. And the way the line's moving as well towards Boston, I don't think it's a great sign for your Heat with the total moving up and with the line moving towards Boston. Look, last night's, Denver absolutely blew the cover, but they should have covered that game. And them -6, 6.5 last night seemed so easy. And that cash is 99 times out of 100. I know it pushed for most people, but brutal. Tonight, you're getting that same fat line with the home team that nobody wants to take, nobody wants to lay it, right? Looks like Miami Heat's very public on the spread. And this is just DraftKings splits, chat.
Yeah.
Very, very public. The Heat are. Very, very public. On the ML, they're almost getting 50% of bets in handle as a +8 dog. They're public. They are a little bit. You think your Heat cover tonight? / do you think this game goes over? Do you like my total angle here?
Yeah, I don't mind the total angle.
Okay.
It's really going to come down to 3-point shooting because I think early on in this series you're going to see a lot of it because that's kind of how these teams are built to the point where they don't have like a huge inside presence on a consistent basis. I know Bam is a very versatile player that if he actually decides to be aggressive, he can be a force down there. But otherwise, there's not much going on in the interior. So you're going to see games where Max Strus and Gabe Vincent are going to chuck 23s combined. And on the other side, you're going to have the Tatum games. You're going to have the Jaylen Brown games. Malcolm Brogdon is probably a really big asset for them in this game, especially on the perimeter. So I do think in these first couple of games, you're going to see them too. Both these teams just jack threes on a consistent basis. So if you get a team, maybe it's the Celtics tonight that gets really hot from three, you can get a really good offensive performance from them. And I know the Heat are going to try and slow the tempo down a little bit. And Boston's really not going to fight that too much, but you're going to have games where teams are going to get hot from three. So I wouldn't be shocked if it starts now. Again, a lot of that may hinge on Jimmy Butler, just how healthy he is, which I do really think it was a bit of a smokescreen, how little he had to try in the towards the end of the next series with his ankle. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But again, a lot of 3-point shooting early on in the series, so I wouldn't hate that to start now. And let's go over the total.
Okay. And side note, shout out you for calling the Spurs getting the number one overall pick in the NBA lottery last night.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Interesting.
Rats. You guys remember that from yesterday? I literally go, if the lottery were to be rigged, which it's not, and I'm not saying that it is, but if it were to be, who would be getting that number one pick? And Javon goes, probably the Spurs. Honestly, dying franchise, one of the best NBA franchises recently, great fan base, right? Maybe they throw Wembanyama on the Spurs to, bring the vibes back down in San Antonio. Great basketball town. And would you look at that? The Spurs got him.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna get him. Good call.
Yeah. If they don't get him, the city might throw a riot.
I mean, he's minus 10,000 to go number one. So
yeah,
he's going. Chat. What do you guys think? Do you think Wembanyama is the truth? You guys think this kid's legit or what? Is he the next Giannis? Is he going to be better? Is he going to be a bust? What do you guys think in chat? I know you guys got opinions. Let me know. Awesome. Well, I like the over in this game, Javon. I'm probably going to play it. Is it a little public? Sure. I'm going to wait and watch the line a little bit here. But I like the over in this game tonight. And I do lean Boston, but I don't want to play it. Miami's been disrespected by the lines the entire playoffs, and it hasn't mattered.
There you go.
Right?
Stake Jimmy points and call it a day.
Sure. You like Jimmy points tonight?
Yeah, I do. I think, again, people are going to find out real quick that it wasn't just him not being able to compete towards the end of the Knicks series. It was him not really having to, because it's the Knicks and they had other valuable assets, and he was trying to kind of manage his injury. He probably would have seen an uptick in that usage if we got to game 7, but thankfully, didn't get there. So I do think he comes out today and drops a little 30-piece on their heads, regardless of how the game turns out.
Okay. I could get behind that red gold. I'm in. Jimmy Butler, give me some points, brother. Carry the over. Need it. Let's see how that line keeps moving, though, Chad. I'm curious. Will the Celtics get up to 8.5? Will pull back before tip? Let's keep our eyes peeled. Let's keep them peeled. Okay, Chad. I agree with Javon, though. Jimmy wasn't needed to do shit. Sure. Well, he's going to need to do shit tonight.
Certainly doesn't. Yeah.
Okay, chat. I saw some of you asking about the baseball game starting up in 15 minutes. We did go over it early. Make sure you guys hop in at 12:30 Eastern, okay? But we do like the under in that game. I wouldn't be playing Detroit. I think they're too trendy on the ML. But I think the under is probably the best look that we kind of agreed upon. And then we have a 2-piece prize picks entry. Javi Baez, more than fantasy score against a lefty. And Cabrian Hayes, not to strike out. Okay, less than half a strikeout. All right, chat. That's what we're riding in the early game. Okay, this game stinks. Look, I'm not betting Pitt plus 145. I'm not recommending you bet Pitt plus 145, but I mean, should the Tigers ever be minus 170? I know they've been playing great recently. Honestly, over the past month, they've been playing well, but that's crazy to me. I know Erod is so much better than Rich Hill, but that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't hate it, though. Maybe take a stab if you want to lay it on Pirates plus 1.5. If you really want to bet the Pirates, because you're just like me and you see Tigers all over your timeline today, probably not a terrible idea, but I don't know. I'd rather try and back the Pirates in a game with a weirdly high total. So then maybe we see an offensive bounce back from them.
Okay.
We don't really have that today. It's like I can't blame anybody for betting Pirates, Billy, if you want to bet the Pirates, but I just take the under.
You know Billy's betting his Pirates. He
Yeah,
already had that locked in at 8 a.m.
I can respect it. This might be,
Sure.
I mean, maybe we get some early runs. Maybe like the Guardians game last week, we get some early runs, maybe a live under spot too. If the offenses come out a little hot, I can see that. Just if. It's not something that I necessarily am confident in happening pretty early, but if it does, probably a good live under spot.
No need to force. Let the live bets come to you. You know?
Yeah.
Love it. Pirates got shut out yesterday. They will win today. Core 6-9. I don't disagree. Like I'm not betting the Tigers today, brother. But that's a fat ML for the Detroit Tigers against the Pirates, who everyone was slurping for months.
Yeah.
Month and a half.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did get shut out yesterday when everybody, I think it was Jake Hazen came in on Surgical Stream, pitched it. It's the only reason I kind of just sneakily rode with him is because all the comments said fade, fade, fade. Ortiz has been somewhat good. Lorenzen sucks, whatever. So they get shut out in a spot where everybody likes him as a dog. What happens the next day?
They cash.
Yeah, probably.
They cash. Any PP squares for the Pirates game? Yes, sir. Javi Baez, more than 7 fantasy score. And Cabrian Hayes, less than half a strikeout, chat. That's what we're rolling with. Boom. There it is. There she blows. Javi and Cabrian Hayes. Do your jobs, gents. Do your jobs. And I'll see you in 3 hours. All right, boys? Come on. Do your dang jobs, chat. Do you like Baez total bases? Is that up?
No. Assume we're talking books.
Okay.
Yeah. No
sure. I mean, look, he's probably not going to be walking.
Yeah. Why not? Take that.
James Harden news drop. What's the play? What's the sitch there, Alec?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Fill us in.
Did I hear there was a reverse run line we liked? John, I'm happy you asked, my man. We do have a couple reverse run lines we like today that we're going to get to. All right. Don't you worry. Okay, chat. Speaking of baseball, Javon, you know who deserves more respect?
Who?
The Baltimore Orioles. Orioles. Javon, they have the second best record in baseball now, my man. Second best record in baseball at 27-15 with one of the lowest payrolls in the league. It's extremely impressive. It's not talked about enough. Chat, put some respect on whoever's calling the shots in Baltimore because it's working. And they have to live in Baltimore. And they're able to pull this off. It's very impressive.
Incredible.
It's very impressive. It is. I mean, this team has been thinking about leaving the city. This team has no money. There's been weird beef with the Nats over the past 10 years, over hundreds of millions of dollars due to TV broadcasting deals. And it's looking like the Nats are somehow going to win. I guess their lawyers are just better. I'm not surprised. But the Orioles, they deserve so much respect for this young core and how well they've played and how well they've done with the pitchers that they're working with, Javon. I mean, they don't even have Means back for another couple months, and they've made do. They've figured it out. That bullpen, once again, is somehow elite and makes no sense, but it is, besides Batista, who's a dog. Everyone else is balling, a bunch of no-names. It's crazy. Their pitching coach deserves a raise. And even Grayson Rodriguez hasn't been good, and they're still 27-15. I've been so impressed by the Orioles. I'm happy for anyone who's a fan because this team has stunk it up for the majority of the last 10 years, give or take. They're making the playoffs this year, and they might not even stop there, chat. If they get John Means back, if they can add another starter at the deadline, maybe a bullpen guy, I'm happy with the pieces they have in that dugout on the offensive side of the ball. I think they can make do. I do.
Yeah, for sure.
This team is legit. Go out, get an arm at the deadline, and this team can make some noise in the playoffs. And I'll tell you what, barring any crazy changes, I cannot wait to bet on the Orioles at plus chick once they make it into the MLB playoffs this postseason. I am stoked because they're gonna absolutely roll through and overperform like they've been doing the last 2 years with this young core. Javon, what do you think about this team? Are you as impressed with them as I am?
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed because they're doing it all with, like, their pitching has been good, like, as a whole, I guess you could say. which I guess most of that's from their bullpen because their starters have really not been that good. They're bottom half of the league in rotation ERA. Guys like Grayson Rodriguez struggling. Dean Kramer's struggled a lot more at the beginning of the year. It looks like he's starting to pitch a lot better, but really they're just hitting. They're hitting the ball. They're scoring runs when they need to. They're just squeaking out games. So you have to be impressed with them because they're doing it time and time again. And on the other side against very good arms and very good lineups. They're just out hitting them. So it's hard to not be impressed. Hard to not be a little concerned as a Rays fan when you got them coming up on your tail. So we'll see. It's hard to not be impressed by this team right now.
100%. Glass now 4 innings, 9 Ks, and a rehab start.
Yeah,
W comment.
Coming back. We need it.
W comment. Love it. You think the Orioles are making the playoffs?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Josh, you mind pulling up DraftKings and seeing what the odds are? Because they're plus 500 preseason, I'm pretty sure. Or plus 400 at least. I would love to see where they're at right now. And also let's take a look at where the Mets are. Let's get a little Mets playoff update after last week because they stink. They stink.
Yeah, they're bad.
Verlander last night on the mound, sure.
Cookie.
Sure.
Cookie. Isaac Paredes owned him.
Unbelievable. Dogod says, is Arenado going for 6 today, man? We'll see. We'll go over that game. We're going to talk about the Cardinals. Plenty. Okay, chat. Plenty. There we go, Josh. W. Producer Josh. W. Looks like the Orioles are they're still plus chick, dude. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it. Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would.
You would? I mean, they're making the fucking playoffs, dude.
Yeah. Especially, with the expanded playoffs now. I like their position there. Funny thing.
Now, this might not include the wild card, though.
Oh, does it not include the wild card?
I don't know.
There's no wild card game. Everything else is included, right?
It's got to be included, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see right above them, Yankees minus 270 to make the playoffs, I bet.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, unless Garrett Cole starts pitching every game. I know their offense has been better recently, but I mean, minus 270, they should cut that in half.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
If that.
Phillies minus 110 to make the playoffs, sure. Mets minus 155. Last week they were minus 175. I bet.
Yeah.
Okay. Thrasher said, yeah, that includes the wild card. Dubs.
Yeah, has to. Reds plus
okay.
Which should be a good look.
Can you check the A's? Someone said in chat. I don't even know if the A's are going to be up there, boys.
Yeah, they're not even offering that shit.
They are not even up there, boys. There is no chance. Honestly, they're doing you guys a favor. Not putting that one up.
Yeah.
All right. But I would have loved to seen what it was at.
Go back to the Rangers real quick. Down there, Josh. I want to see what the Rangers are at. Plus 110.
Minus 130 to make it. Plus 110 not to.
Plus 110.
Damn. Is that catching your eye?
A little bit.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, yeah, you'd be selling high, right? That stock is through the roof right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Chad, if you guys are trying to get cute, maybe take a little parlay. Orioles to make it. Rangers not to. Mets not to. Yankees not to. That payout's probably nuts.
Probably.
Unbelievable. But yeah, the Orioles being a plus money, I mean, that's just disrespect. That's disrespect.
Yeah, it's early.
I know it's early. I know the AL is so much better than the NL, right? That's going to be a sweaty race towards the end of the year. We're 25% through the season. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But I believe in this game.
All those teams in the AL East is a cluster. So, man, hard to decipher there, especially when the Yankees getting hot. Blue Jays are doing Blue Jays things. Red Sox are probably going to taper off a little bit at some point, but they're still very good. There's a lot of competition in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good teams.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, chat. Well, that was pretty cool. I like going through those odds. Cool to see where the books think these teams lie. 25% through the season.
Yeah.
Cardinals plus 170. Ooh, I bet.
Division winner.
Orioles plus 1,400 to win that division. That's not a bad look.
Yeah. Astros still minus 115. Free.
Yep.
Air.
Okay. Cardinals plus 330, I bet.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome, chat. Awesome. What are the Nats to make it? That's a good question, honestly.
Yeah, division winner plus 40,000. You got some value.
Yeah. Hey, we're only 2.5 games out of the wild card, pretty sure. Well, maybe 3.5 now after last night.
Yeah.
What are the Nats to make the playoffs, Josh? Real quick, and then we're gonna dive into some reverse run lines of the day, chat. We're gonna find you guys some winners.
Alex Call MVP, bro.
Do the Nats even have odds? They don't even have odds up.
Yeah, well, it's probably enough to tell you don't get your hopes up.
Yep. Okay. Krabs, do you think Spencer Strider will win the Cy Young? Yeah. He sure as hell can. Would you say he's the front runner right now, Javon?
I mean, yeah, probably. I'd have to say he's the front runner, but it's also, I mean, he's been good. I don't know what he is odds wise, but
plus 240. Gallen's a favorite.
Yeah, Gallen's a favorite. Just like nobody in this has been terribly impressive as far as like the GOATs guys that are like preseason contenders, because Gallen's had his moments where he's looked incredible, then also looked god awful. Strider's been good for the most part, but gotten lit up by some bad teams. Like guys that are in here like 5 spot, like Mitch Keller, Justin Steele, they've all been more impressive than anybody above them, I think, other than honestly maybe Kershaw, who's also had his moments. So I don't know. It's just not very good options at the top there.
No, not one bit. Justin Steele doing it, sure.
Yeah, he's been great. He's been great, Josh.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Verlander plus 4,500 should be a good look. Just take him and Scherzer.
Yeah, 100%.
That should be a good look.
Should be free.
Javon, does buying 40-plus-year-old veterans on the free agent market, does that win you World Series or no?
I don't think so.
Typically not, right? Typically not. Huh. Crazy. Crazy to see them struggling, huh? Wild.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Let's find you guys some winners, okay? We've got 2 reverse run lines of the day today for you. We each got one of them we brought. Here's the deal, chats. These are 2 underdogs who were taking minus 1.5 today on an alt line, reverse run line, if you will. Okay, chat? I'll get it started with mine. All right, I'm rolling with the St. Louis Cards, minus 1.5, who are barely an underdog. And I need to double check and even make sure that they are an underdog right now. Let's go ahead and check the Carfax.
We're starting to catch some steam before we hopped on here. I saw that.
They're definitely catching some steam. They are still an underdog technically. But I'm going with the Cards to stay hot. And maybe Arenado doesn't hit his 6th home run in a row. But I do think this Cardinals offense stays hot. I mean, Liberator barely being an underdog against Corbin Burns. Yeah, I bet. That's ridiculous. Even with the total at 8. The juice is moving down. Are we going to get a legacy start for Liberator? It's looking like it. And the Cardinals bats, I mean, they're absolutely cooking. And I know they've gotten more respect on the lines than they probably should have so far this season. But right now, it's a good look, I believe, with how their offense has played the last week or so. They're hot, right? Arenado wants to be hot. Yeah, right after we stop taking them, right? I bet handyman. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I think we get a Liberator masterclass, Javon. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard to ignore that line. It's weird because you either have Corbin Burns getting absolutely no respect or getting a ton of it in a lot of his lines. Other than, I guess, last year against the Royals, that's kind of right where you're supposed to be. But it's weird because there's always been like sharp moves against Corbin Burns in every single start. Guys were talking about that in our group chat earlier. So it's interesting. But seeing this at a pick'em and now Cardinals might end up favored or close favored. With Liberator coming up, who has adjusted his pitch arsenal in the minors and looks a lot better, so that maybe there's something to look forward to there. It's hard to ignore. I know the Cardinals are hot. Brewers struggle against left-handed pitching. I get it. It's baseball reason to kind of back the Cards, but it's hard to ignore that line.
Okay. And Javon, why don't you stay in the NL? What do you like about the Cubbies today?
Yeah, I like their matchup against JP France today. He has thrived so far in his appearances in the majors of being super efficient. I'm talking about pitch count wise. He's attacked a lot of hitters in the zone. He's gotten great chase rates on his off speed out of the zone, and the Cubs are one of the most patient teams in the league. So they're going to work him hard and work him often early on in the game. So I do think that, they're probably going to chase him a little earlier in this game than he's been able to be chased in his first couple appearances here. But I also like how they match up against him. And on the other side, Drew Smyly is kind of a weird matchup for the Astros because the Astros, even dating back to last year, have struggled against left-handed pitching. You look at even the last 2 weeks, they're 23rd in the league, WRC plus against left-handed pitching, only sitting 88 WRC plus. So they've struggled a little bit. So really anybody other than Jordan has not been hitting left-handed pitching well, which is disgusting to say. So I do think Smiley has a little matchup advantage here. And JP France is a guy who I'm not necessarily looking to like consistently fade, but I do think it's a strange spot here against the Cubs lineup that is much different than the ones he's faced so far. So I do like how they match up today. So I'm going to take them on the road, cover reverse run line.
Oh,
Muted the cake.
Hayes strikeout.
We knew
First at bat.
We knew we were getting into.
First at bat. Golly, man. Yeah, that'll get Trent going. That'll get Trent up. God
Just might.
damn it, dude.
Just might.
Oh,
God damn it.
yep, just what I needed after a strikeout kick.
Soundboard up and early.
Unbelievable, chat.
That was a foul tip too. Christ.
Dude.
You hate to see that. You hate to see
Chat, we're gonna have to craft up another Prize Picks winner for you this afternoon. Okay.
Good luck.
We
Jen
will.
sub bang. Shout out to Jen.
Let's go, DeGen. Let's go, my dude. Safe travels today. I saw
Yes.
you're moving around. Hope you're getting to where you need to get safe. Okay.
Here we go.
W's. 5 sub bangs coming in from DeGen. That's what I'm talking about.
It's hard. Hard.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Appreciate it. Nick coming in with a sub bang as well. Dubs. Happy 3 months, my man. You're a beast. You're a beast. All right. We got a bunch of subscribers, a bunch of follows, Dubs, Kobe spreads coming in with the sub bang. Love it. Love it. W community. W work. W work. Gosh, man. Cake this early just does not taste right, man. It just does not taste good.
Doesn't.
No.
Leaves the taste in your mouth.
All right, chat. Well, maybe these reverse run lines will bring the coins back. At least one of these two is hitting, and they're plus 225 and plus 205. All right, chat. Cardinals minus 1.5 reverse run line and Cubs minus 1.5 reverse run line. Book it. All right, chat. Book it. DeGen just covered that PPL. W, Carson. Okay. Love it. Thank you, DeGen, for saving the vibes. Thank you, DeGen. Javon, you want to go over the little head-to-head recap?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Recap?
Yeah.
Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Well, that's beat. Javon's up 6 points after some legacies. Who was it? Verdugo last night coming through?
Yeah. Snuck up on me.
Verdugo balling.
Yeah.
How about it? He's got 19. Javon is now leading by 6. Chad, it's early. I still believe. I've got you, Darvish, on the bump tonight. All right. I've got Big U pitching against the Royals. The total's down from 9 to 8.5. The line has moved, almost 50 cents from the opener towards the Padres. So I feel good about you, Darvish's start today, and I'll be looking to target him on Prize Picks in some capacity. All right, chat? So stay posted with that. Maybe we'll have some time to dig in and find a winner, and we can involve our guy Darvish, who I think is going to deal today. All right? Javon, do you have a Shane Cy Young ticket yet?
No.
Okay.
Can't do it.
All right.
Can't do it.
All right. Well, love it. W sub banks chats and Javon W day yesterday, and the MLB head to head. All right.
Yep.
Shocker.
I'm taking Jonathan Indy today, so you better hope.
Great. You like his matchup?
I do.
I bet you do. Yeah.
I think he tears Gomber up today.
Yep. Javon Smart chat. He picked a guy who's going to course. Sure.
I did. Yeah, I took the risk for one less game though with both of my guys, so need him to do something here.
Okay.
2 years in a row, I bet. I bombed it too, and they took it off the board.
Hey, let's go! It's already green. It's already green. Love it. Absolutely love it. Nerfy free as air chat. Is that true?
It was always the Nerfy.
Shut up.
It's always the Nerfy. All right. Do your job, gents. 3 more outs. All right. Chat. Wanted to show you guys a couple clips here. Number one, we talked about Zach Hampe Hampel, however the heck you say that scumbag's name yesterday, the kid who stole the ball from little man. Maybe he didn't steal it, but he didn't give it to him, and then he acted like a jerk afterwards. I wanted to show you guys an old clip from back in the day of Zach Hampel absolutely eating shit trying to get a ball at a Phillies game. Watch this freaking loser absolutely eat it. Now, Javon, let me ask you this, because we'll watch the breakdown again here. We'll watch the slow-mo breakdown here. Is our guy here, is this a strategic dive from Zach Hampel, or was this a fall? Because it honestly looked like he was just trying to dive and get freaking vertical on the ground or horizontal. And it looks like he made a freaking targeted play, a dive at this ball. Is this dude practicing dives in his backyard? How did he pull that off?
I wouldn't doubt it. He realized he overran it, tried to get vertical, try to get back to the ball, get a little extension on the ground, man. So, wouldn't be shocked if this is a targeted approach here. Jumping over the ball, laying down.
Does that not look like he's diving perfectly like James Bond in a 007 film? I'm not going to lie, it does. I'm not going to lie. It looks like it was scripted. Like he planned that move and somehow got that ball before the other guy on his own 2 feet. Unbelievable.
He's been training. He's been training for that one for sure.
He must be. If he's that much of a gump to go to all these games with a glove as a grown-ass adult and steal balls from kids, he probably is practicing in his backyard. He's probably got like a mat. He's doing some like WWE jumps and moves. And this one probably worked out pretty well. And he brought it to the game and it worked. You got to give respect where respect's due, Javon. And I guess that was a good play from him.
Yeah.
Get little man a damn baseball from his favorite hitter, though, man. I'm still pissed.
Facts.
I'm still pissed. Give little man the respect he deserves. All right, Chad, I know you guys are hip.
You need it.
But I wanted to show you guys Zach Hampel being a scum and freak. This is just weirdo activity. Look at this strategic dive. Perfect. He reached his arm back, and it was the perfect length through the ball. It was like he knew it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
This is a guy who's been here before. It's a veteran move right there.
Unbelievable, chat. Unbelievable. And then we had up in Toronto last night, Javon, a record amount of glizzies were gobbled in Toronto last night. Chat, these fans ate 32,000 hot dogs, allegedly. And if you watch the vids, we can keep it playing here, Josh. If you watch the vids while they're showing it, 400 hot dogs get added at once. And the commentator, I know you guys can't hear it, but he's talking about it, how impressive it is. And then the score changes up on the board. And he literally reacts. He's like, what the? Like, how the heck did that even happen? Only in Canada, man. Do they not have hot dogs up there? Is this like a new thing for them? Is this new?
It just must be. They're gobbling in Toronto. Maybe that's why.
Let's crunch the numbers here, Javon. Let's say the stadium is almost sold out. It's probably about that many people in the stadium. You're telling me every single person in that stadium is eating a damn glizzy?
Hey, if you got 30,000 crabs in there doing the 999 10 challenge, just might.
Well, that number would be a little higher, brother.
That could be obliterated.
Nerfy caked, huh? Nerfy caked. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's an impressive number, chat. Again, have to give respect where respect is due. That's a shit ton of glizzies. My goodness. They were feasting in Toronto last night. Get those people some damn loony dogs.
It's facts.
And then put those people in the loony bin after, because that's a disgusting amount of hot dogs. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Here comes Javi. Do not tell me Javi just scored. Do not tell me Javi just scored.
All right, he's coming up, I think.
Okay.
In that game.
Dubs. Keep us updated, Trent. We got you. I want to sweat with you. Chelly, hop in, bro. Hop in. Get them a beverage. Jesus Christ. Yeah, get those people a damn beer.
No bad.
100%.
No bad. It's crazy.
What a marketing tactic. It's genius. Really was. All right, chat. We got a guy on first. We got one out. Okay. We got Baez up at the plate against a lefty. Let's see what happens. Chat. 1-2 count. Sure. Love it. Foul ball right down the dick. Javi, take one of those 500 feet to left field, brother. You know you're capable.
Definitely trying.
Definitely trying. All right, we'll sweat this out as we start diving into some of these games today, Javon. We've got a ton of baseball games, and we've got afternoon games. All right? We've got baseball games starting up at 3 Eastern, chat. All right? Don't get worried or don't be upset you missed out on this one. Okay, this game stunk anyways. Let's craft up and let's find some afternoon winners. All right?
Yeah,
Why not us?
Why not?
We'll start in Colorado. We'll start in Coors. Sure. Javon, totals up from 10.5 to 11.5 with the game Ashcraft's pitching in, and he's looked bad. I'm just going to say it. He's been bad. You like the over in this game?
I do.
Okay.
Kind of a system play that I take whenever it's a very popular over. We had probably the most we got a K, two outs there. Whenever it's the most obvious over in Coors, or at least this season, it's been the most obvious over in Coors. The highest totals you usually see at 12.5. I think it pushed 13 one time with two pitchers that are very fadeable the night before. Didn't even sniff the total yesterday because we got two master classes from Williamson and Chase Anderson. We have two theoretically better arms today. Ashcraft is definitely a better arm, even though he's looked shaky in these last couple of starts. Austin Gomber is a guy who's had success in Coors prior, but has really looked not great this season. And we see him move from 10.5 up to 11.5. I have to take the over. Especially because I do like the matchup baseball-wise of a lot of these bats on both sides, especially the Reds' bats against Gomber, and we do see the Rockies favored in the game, which I don't think is too weird, but kind of an indication of what they think of the Rockies' bats against Ashcraft, who may continue to look a little shaky today. So I do think we get a lot of runs here, but I mean, on one side, I'm certainly going to be on Jonathan Ideal, like I said.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! It's good. Wins the game at the buzzer. Pulls up, three-pointer.
Unbelievable.
Eric.
I've never seen someone work a soundboard like that. He just clicked 700 buttons at once. It was impressive. That was impressive.
A donkey cock lipping. That's what you do early in the
I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, my man's just packing a fucking heater. Looks
Yeah.
like Chris Davis up there. Sure.
Chris Davis, man.
Yeah. R.I.P. Chris Davis's career. No Adderall, no hits.
Yeah,
Chris
no
Davis.
nothing.
My goodness. Detroit is dog water and rat piss. Sure, chat. Love it.
Yeah.
He struck out the side. How about it, chat? How about it? Shelly, if you got a square, man, feel free to pop on. A little more low-key today with the stream yard. All right, Beast. Javon, what about Minnesota and L.A.? Sonny Gray has the best ERA in baseball. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he has the lowest ERA in baseball. Pretty crazy. He's facing the Dodgers. He's an underdog tonight after the Twins worked them last night and almost came back and won the first game of the series too. I know Dustin May gets crazy value or gets crazy respect on the lines. I mean, the way he's been pitching this season, he probably deserves it. Do you think this line is a little weird and the Dodgers shouldn't be minus 130? Or are you more along the lines of, well, it's the Dodgers and they're home and they're on fire overall, maybe not in the series, but they're going to be minus 130.
Yeah, I think it's about right. Sonny Gray hasn't really gotten much line respect, even if it was against kind of these bigger lineups, and the Dodgers are starting to get a little more of it. We went through a period where they're bad, especially offensively, and they weren't getting much line respect, so we bought low, which was cool. Now they're starting to get the line respect as their offense starts to pick it up, especially against right-handed pitching is where they've been extremely successful through the little run. So I'm not surprised to see this line here. I do probably, Charlie, I'm kind of with you. I do kind of like the under. I think both pitchers pitch well. Dustin May is a guy who I really can't get a grip on, but these Twins bats have really struggled against right-handed pitching. Probably continues there too. So I do like this under. Probably still lean Twins, but I can't get myself to take that after last night, how they scratched out that game. So I would just probably lean the under. All
right. Totals moved up a speck from 8.5 to 9. Depends where you're looking, though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chad, I like the Dodgers. I lean that way, but I'm not betting it. All right? Not betting it. What about Arizona, Oakland this afternoon, Javon? We've got D-backs, Athletics after Oakland won, what was it, their 10th game of the year last night in nice walk-off fashion there, like 2 a.m. Eastern. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think that Oakland comes back and wins another one, 2 in a row? Or do you think the D-backs put up a fatty in the runs column tonight with this total up to 9.5?
I think Ryan Nelson gets shit on today.
Do you?
I would 100% lean the A's money line, which is another one that I don't love taking, not just because of the A's, and it's always an uncomfortable bet taking the A's, but Luis Medina is a guy who's looked a little better, I guess, in certain spots. I know you look at the 8.18 ERA and you say he's been just as bad or worse than the entire A's rotation, but he's looked really, really good in certain spots. I guess you could say like a lot of the A's pitchers who have had those stretches of innings, they've looked really good and played shutdown baseball. But today, I kind of like his matchup against the D-backs, and Ryan Nelson is a guy who he gets a little overvalued every time, even as an underdog. And now we're not really seeing a lot of respect, which I thought was interesting for this D-backs offense. He does a decent job of limiting barrels, which you talk about pitchers who allow those. It's usually where the A's have been very successful, but he also doesn't have great strikeout stuff, which I do like against this A's lineup. So they're going to put balls in play. It's no secret that they can hit. So you just got to hope for Medina and maybe the bullpen to do a little better. So maybe a first 5 wouldn't be a terrible idea if you're scarred by the A's bullpen like so many have been. But I do think that their bats are going to be alive today. So I like the A's.
Benny Ponies in chat says, anyone interested in Champions League? If you have a play today, my man, let me know. There's a great soccer game on today.
Yeah. If anybody's Champions League or if anybody has Chelly's going to the FC Dallas MLS game.
Hey.
People are saying that.
Okay.
So he's squadding up. It's going to be goals in that game. I'm taking the over.
Let's go. Love it, my dude. Give me the over. I'll tap. Is that a late night game?
Yeah, I think it's like 8.
Good. Real to advance. Ooh, okay.
Could be air.
Okay. All right, chat. There is a great soccer game on today. As we head into the dog days of summer, we're going to have to be betting on more of this stuff. All right, be prepared. I got some ideas in my brain we're about to start implementing on BTL for the dog days of summer that'll keep plenty of energy on the stream.
Need it.
Okay. I've got some fun stuff crafting up. You could pick Madrid or draw at plus money 5U. Okay, Escobar. Putting your money where your mouth is. Love it. All right, chat. Yeah, no way Real loses the Champions League. Don't they dominate the Champions League? Don't they always perform insane? Okay.
That's why everybody was on their ML last game. Heard that on the stream about 6 times.
And then remind me the team they're playing against. I forget the name.
Man City.
Man City is the best team in the league this season, but they kind of always flop in the Champions League. I got the rundown for my soccer buddies this past weekend.
There you go. Yeah, they're at home, though, where they're immaculate.
Right. So, and it's aggregate score. Do you remember last week what the score was?
It's 1-1, I'm pretty sure, right?
Okay. Interesting. Well, Chad, I'd probably go with the team that's due and fade Man City today. I go with the better team who has not come through. That's what I would take. How about that, Chad? How about some soccer analysis?
There we go.
Crabs. Credit to my buddies this weekend for filling me in, my soccer sharps. All right. They were getting me hyped for Champions League. They were like, yeah, it's almost like a March Madness type thing where they just kind of pick. There's like auto bids. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Looks like Man City is still public. Let's see the ML.
They're minus.
It's 450. Jesus, dude.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, it's Man City at home, so it's hard to kind of balance if you look at the line and you say this is a lot of respect for Man City at home where they're dominant, or this is a fat money line for Real Madrid, who has been dominant in the Champions League time and time again. So who knows? Who knows?
Okay. All right, chat. Give me Man City. Fade Madrid. Fade the wagons. That's where I'm at. All right, chat. I might have to bet it too. All right, chat. Dubs, let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving. Philly, San Fran. I like the over in this game, over 9. Even though the total has come down from 9.5 to 9, I still think we get runs here. A total that opened up at 9.5 in San Francisco, that already catches my eye because that's a pitcher's park, and both these offenses have really not been anything special. I want to back the offenses against 2 subpar arms. I'm not a Taiwan Walker guy, and Ross Stripling has been a pitching machine so far this season. He's got like a 7 ERA. I like the over in this game, even with the line move. I don't care. Both these teams have been under wagons this season. And with a total at 9 that opened up at 9.5 in San Fran, that's enough for me to lean the over. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, especially after yesterday, they left, I think, like 15 guys on base. So, I mean, it's hard to believe or hard to think that after the choke masterclass we saw yesterday with the coin on them, they're not going to come back and score 17 runs today, especially with that lineup in a very plus matchup as far as Ross Stripling goes. So, wouldn't be surprised to see Philly jump all over them. I do think Taijuan Walker can pitch pretty well today, though. So I'm not going to go anywhere taking anything in this game, but I do think Philly scores some runs.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah, they left a bazillion people on base last night.
Yeah.
A bazillion.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, chat. Dubs. What about Kansas City, San Diego? Do you think my guy Yu Darvish pitches well today with that line move?
Maybe. I don't know.
Also could have to do with Carlos Hernandez pitching. He's terrible.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Carlos Hernandez is very bad at his job in pretty much every way, shape, or form because he allows a lot of hard hit balls, which we talk about the Padres. Yes, they're going to do that. Talk about Soto, who has a great matchup. I don't know what else the top of that lineup is going to look like with no Machado. I could be wrong. But they should be in a pretty good matchup, score runs themselves. But the Darvish little corp angle here seems a little too easy. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Royals come out here and score some runs against Darvish, but I can't go backing Hernandez really against this lineup. So
okay. Do you know if Yu has been bumped at all in PP?
Can take a look, but I can tell you right now that 39.5. I'm very surprised that he's not touching 40. Right there. Can check and see if that's been bumped any way, shape, or form.
Okay. Well, he hasn't hit this number in 3 of the last 5.
Yeah.
It's not like he's been pitching out of his mind, but he is facing the Royals. He is home, right? I still think he deals today. I like the line move. The total opened up at 9. Is that a little sketchy? Sure. It's down to 8.5. Probably not the best sign, but the line's moved 50 cents towards the Pods.
Yeah.
And Cesar Hernandez is on the other mounds. So
he did get bumped up 1 from 38.5.
Let's go.
Good sign.
Let's go, chats. Let's go, chats.
Dude, this is just like elite pitching. Nobody does it better. There's a K, though.
There we go.
There we
go, Trent. Just keep pitching and he'll keep striking people out. Tails all his time.
It's elite.
All right. What about LA and Baltimore? Okay. What the hell was that? Was that a goat?
Bro.
Anyone hear that? Anyone hear him just bang?
Wow.
All right. Angels, Orioles. We've got your guy Bradish up on the bump, -155. That should be a safe late piece, right? What's wrong with your guy?
He hasn't been that bad.
He's been pretty bad.
No, he hasn't been that terrible. He's been – I mean, he hasn't shown the same flashes yet that he did last year, which is why I'm not backing him on a consistent basis anymore. Kind of just blindly, like Peter does with Cal Quantrill. Not doing that anymore, but he's looked decent. He's coming off of, 2 starts where he looked pretty solid. One of them was against the Braves. So I was really impressed. I've been really impressed how he's kind of bounced back here, kind of changed his arsenal a little bit. Looks like we got a Pirates bang. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Crazy.
Yeah, but I do think he pitched well today, somewhat well.
Okay.
With this total come down from 9 to 8.5, I kind of like both these pitchers to pitch well. The Orioles have been hitting the ball certainly, but they're middle of the pack, I guess you could say, against right-handed pitching, WRC plus wise. So nothing special. And the Angels are a very inconsistent offense who don't have the best matchup kind of as a whole against Braddock today either. So I do think both these pitchers pitch well. I can go with the under.
Wow. Okay. The wind's blowing in as
that
well.
Helps. That helps, especially with power righties on both sides.
Also, are we gonna talk about you taking Mountcastle out of the graphic because he got scratched and then he hits a pinch hit nuke?
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? It almost would have been worse if we kept him in and took him, and it didn't count because he didn't start.
Holy smokes. Unbelievable, chat. Can't make it up. Javon does a good thing. He's like, take that off. He's not playing. Next thing you know, he's pinch hitting him the nuke.
Yeah,
Can't make it up.
Hate it.
Can't make it up. I hope somebody out there sprinkled on him.
Well, it wouldn't matter.
Somebody did.
Because if you didn't get it live, it wouldn't count. It wouldn't pay.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right. That's such cake. That's such cake. 9 out of 15 dogs on the board won outright yesterday. Sure, Beef Stewski. That's the kind of comment I need. SBR Tigers, I'd bet. Yep, sure. It looked good. Pirates up 2-0. How about it? Who's doing stuff? Looks like it's Austin Hedges hitting a double.
Austin Hedges, man.
Unbelievable, chat. Who do you think wins the Orioles game? I don't hate the Angels at plus check, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a different type of game here, but the wind is blowing in. I initially liked the over until I heard that. But that wind's blowing in. I'm good on that. And I think the totals come down a spec. Totals come down half a run, so I'm off of that. But I almost picked the Angels for my reverse run line because Bradish does not scare me at all. That's where I'm at in this game. He's probably going to throw a no-hitter today now.
Yeah.
Dubs.
Yeah.
Take us to Miami, Javon. Mackenzie Gore, sure, versus Cabrera. What are your thoughts here? The lines come down a lot, about 25 cents.
It's a big move.
35 cents, 30 cents. W math on the Nats. Opened up plus 125. Now they are minus 105. You like the Nats today?
Kind of do. I would be lying if I said doing the same thing that I did yesterday, which, I mean, it hit luckily with the Soler walk-off in the ninth, but calling a bluff on this lower total, wasn't calling my name again.
Josh, see if you can find this on Twitter, bro.
That's interesting. I want to see that. But yeah, I do kind of like the Nats today, but I also do like it. I think if they win this game, which I'm leaning them doing, it's going to come off of Edward Cabrera being a little wild and a little not even necessarily getting hit around, but allowing a lot of foot traffic on the bases because that's really how the Nats stack offense, whether it's against the lefty or righty. And Edward Cabrera, when he has had these really blow-up starts, it's come because of that. So I think Mackenzie Gore can pitch well against an offense that's not proficient themselves against lefties. I want to see the lineup they put out because it should theoretically be better than what they've had previously because a lot of the guys that are injured at the top of their lineup don't hit lefties well. Now you got guys like Garrett Hampson who may be hitting at the top of that lineup who not fantastic hitters, but better splits. So wouldn't be surprised to see some runs in this game, probably leading the Nats, but does seem awful corporate even with the move. But I still lead it. You are muted.
I lean the under in this game. I lean the under. I think Gore bounces back. I like the move down or actually it hasn't moved. Total hasn't moved in this game. I like the under. I think Gore pitches well. I think Cabrera does his job. Nats suck against righties. I'd go under here. That's what I would do. But I don't love it one bit. I'm not betting it. Just a lean. Just a lean shot.
Fair.
All right. And W comment in chat about the merch from our guy Wells. Have you guys copped your merch yet? Have you copped your BTL shirts? Let me know in chat if you've copped your BTL shirts yet. Please, 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 if you guys watch BTL, all right, if you've cashed in on any of these bets, any of these squad rides, which are 30 games over 500, cop a damn shirt. All right, they're comfy. Cop a BTL shirt. Use our promo code BTL, okay? Why not? Why not? Support the boys. Support the boys. All right, Josh, can we show the merch site real quick? Dubs. Cop a shirt, chat. They're right up there. Who's bought one already? Anybody in chat? I want to shout you out. Who's copped their merch already? Get yourself a Shore shirt. Get yourself a damn Green Goblins hoodie, okay? Get yourself a Chelly hoodie. Cop a Lauren Bad Beats hoodie. Shit, if you're trying to boost tonight, cop a Mikey Overs hoodie. Overs you. Ever heard of it? Javon's a recent grad.
Of course.
A lot of fresh merch on here, chat. Wow, we got a Yankees fan who copped 2. That's respect. That's respect.
That's hard.
Yankees 199. I'm not going to slander the Yankees for the rest of the day because of that. I appreciate it.
That's hard.
I appreciate it. Chat, cop some merch, please. Please, cop some merch. Use our promo code BTL. Promo BTL, 15% off. All right, chat? That gray shirt. Click on that gray shirt, the BTL one. Click on that. Bro, the inverse logo is so fresh. So fresh. There it is. It's so fresh, chat. That's a good-looking shirt to be rocking during the day. You rock it at the gym, rock it in the lab. All right? Cop your merch. Cop your merch. Need a Chelly shirt? Sure, we'll work on that. I copped a Shore shirt, now I'm homeless. That doesn't make any sense.
Ooh.
Guys, tail the squad ride, okay? When it hits, buy a shirt. Support the boys, okay? F Freak got a hoodie and 2 shirts. Let's go, my man. Let's go, my man. I appreciate it. Dubs. Dubs, chat. All right. When's the Javon merch coming out? It's coming out soon.
So,
all right. It's got to be perfect.
We're cooking.
Rich Hill and Miggy foot race to first. I bet that was must-see TV. Holy smokes. If the squad ride hits today, I'll buy one for sure. Let's go, Richie Parlay. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Zach Attack got a Shore shirt, and he's been mucking ever since. Yeah, there's a correlation. Okay. That Shore shirt looks good, by the way, chat. That's a shirt you can rock out on the weekends. It looks good. The design's nice. Okay. Cop a shirt. Look fresh. All right. Get laid like our guy Zach Attack. Okay. Dubs. Dubs, dubs, dubs. Will there be different colorways in the future, potentially? But that's all we got up right now. Okay, chat. Support the boys. Sure. Sure. Dubs. Awesome. All right, Javon, let's power through the MLB. Okay.
Good.
Order confirmed from Wells. Let's freaking go, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Use promo BTL, chat. Okay. Javon, Yankees, Toronto, Garrett Cole, only -110 against Chris Bassett. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. I would really love if Bassett wasn't coming off of possibly the best game of his career. But still, I mean, especially with the continued move their way, it's hard to ignore. Just hard to ignore. And with how the first 2 games of the series have gone. So you can only can see, what Alek Manoah, all he has in his side of that beef, and he came in first game and got lit up. Granted, he's obviously not Garrett Cole, but Garrett Cole, wouldn't it be so poetic with a very low, nearly pick-em line for Garrett Cole to come in and get shelled here against the Jays?
Dead Larry Bird thinks it's baited to take the Jays. I'm not betting this game. I think Toronto is short on the M out, but Garrett Cole is coming off of 2 bad starts, like your boy John said in chat. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And Bassett's coming off a legacy start. Okay.
Yeah, if Bassett wasn't coming off that start at 100% be on the Jays.
Dubs. Yankees at that line with Cole on the mound should be free, right? Yeah, that's kind of the angle I'm taking, real Nicky Gambles. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but I do lean Toronto. I do. But the fact that Cole's been pitching like ass and Bassett's coming off a nice start, that scares me a little bit.
To be fair, though, his 2 bad starts were both against the Rays.
Okay. It's a solid organization right there.
It is.
Dubs.
They're playing. Okay. They're in action today against a ratchet org in the New York.
Speaking of your Rays, what do you like in that game?
Yeah, probably not the Rays. I'll be honest with you. It's not even like a weird line thing that they're dogs. I 100% get it. But Josh Fleming, if people remember Ryan Yarbrough when he was kind of the OG bulk guy behind an opener, he had numbers that were significantly worse when he did not have an opener and he just had a normal start. Josh Fleming's the same exact way. And he's starting today with no opener, which is the first time I believe they've done that this season. And he's been pretty solid, I guess, in his last handful of starts. They're not against the Yankees or start of bulk starts, whatever you want to call it. So against the Mets, I'm a little worried for him today, especially with that total going 8.5 up to 9. I do like a lot of the Rays matchups against Senga, and especially for a team that's as patient as the Rays. I wouldn't be surprised if Senga continued his little walk fest, like our man's saying in chat. So I do kind of like the over, but I do think the Mets score some runs today off of Fleming. And if Fleming gets lit up early, always what the Rays do is they bring in a guy to just kind of eat innings after that. So if there's a guy that comes in for middle relief, they'll bring him in there. And if he's getting crushed, he's going to stay in there and keep getting crushed, which is why it's always hard to back the Rays when they have Fleming on the mound, even when he's pitching well. So I do think the Mets score today, but wouldn't be surprised if the Rays strike back like they have been doing for weeks now.
All right. Yeah, give me the Mets. Hate to say it. Give me the Mets.
Yeah.
I like them to win tonight.
Fair.
Seattle, Boston. Javon, I like the Sox. I like the Sox ML. I like Bayo. I like the way he's pitched recently. I want to fade Marco. I know he's a lefty. Boston doesn't hit them as well, but I don't care. He's pitching in Fenway Park tonight. Total's at 9.5. Lines move 20 cents towards the Sox, 15 cents towards the Sox. Give me Boston to bounce back. They're 4-1 in starts that Bayo's pitched in this season. We know baseball is a weird sport, right? Some teams, some pitchers get a ton of run support, and some pitchers have Scherzer syndrome where they don't get any run support, or DeGrom syndrome like he had on the Mets, right?
Yeah.
Marco Gonzalez does not get a ton of run support. Brian Bayo gets a lot of run support when he pitches, and the Red Sox win when he pitches. There's something about it. And I want to keep backing that trend. I want to back Bayo and the Red Sox to stay hot after a win last night, to play well at home like they've done all year, and beat Seattle, who stinks. Seattle's a bottom 5 team in hits. There's 3 categories. It's hits, batting average, and on-base percentage, but they're number 14 in baseball in runs. That cannot continue. Something's got to give. They're not hitting well. They're producing more runs than they should be. That has to regress. And I want that to regress against the Red Sox at home and Bayo, who's looked good in his last few starts. Give me the Red Sox ML.
Yeah, and I like Bayo's matchup. Whenever you have a right-handed pitcher who has decent strikeout stuff, he does well against the Mariners because they can't hit right-handed pitching. They strike out a lot. So, he's a little less extended than some of the starters that the Mariners have seen, which is why his numbers are a little lower. And even at 5, you got some push potential there, but I'm still going to take it. I'm still going to take Bayo strikeouts. Same thing as a lot of the pitchers, kind of a system here. And I like his matchup, so I'm going to roll with it. If he pushes, he pushes. But I do think he pitches somewhat well today. And I'd be interested to see the lineup the Red Sox run out against Marco, because he's not just any lefty. He's a softer throwing lefty, which they've tended to really mix up their lineups when that's the case. So I'd wait to see on that. Or I will wait to see on that before I make a side on the game, pick on the side of the game. But I definitely think their bats are in for a pretty decent day today.
Okay. We got an SBR sighting in chat. Tigers will score this inning. Yeah, I bet. Sorry, SBR. Your Tigers are in piss, brother. You got to be happy with how they played recently, though. Got to be happy. Maybe not today. All right? Can't win them all. You know who's been winning them all, though? The Cards. The Cards.
No.
They're on fire. They're playing good baseball finally this past week. I like the Cards today on the ML. I'm going to be playing it. That is a crazy line with Liberator -110 against Corbin Burns. Give me a break. Enough said right there. All right. But I want to back the Cardinals bats to stay hot at home. I thought initially it might have just been a fluke coming out of Fenway Park. Anyone could score runs there. All right. But they've continued to score, put up runs, put up way better at bats. Arenado's getting back on track. He's hit a home run in 5 straight games. I won't be betting that today. But I'll tell you what, would not be shocked if he hits another one, because Corbin Burns should not be -110 in this spot. No chance. Are you with me on the Cards?
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Hard not to.
Dubs. I want to do the squad ride soon, so we're not rushed. Do you want to get that going, and then we can finish up these MLB games while the voting's going on?
Yeah, we can do that.
Dubs. All right, chat. Let me know your favorite play. Favorite play on the MLB slate today, chat. Fire away. Let me know. All right, we're going to put one of these in the squad ride. Okay. Which over do you prefer, in Baltimore or in Boston? Dead Larry Bird saying. Well, that win coming in Baltimore now, I'd probably stay off. That affects Camden Yards significantly. I'd probably go with the Boston over. To be honest, though, I'd probably go Boston team total. Straight up, if you want to take an over in that game. That's what I would bet.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Javon, what do we want to put in, my man? We want to put in Cardinals ML?
Yep.
What else?
I guess Coors Over starts in like an hour. That's probably out of discussion. Slate kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. Maybe put that Red Sox team total in there.
Okay, you like that better than the ML?
Yeah.
Okay. Red Sox TTO, Dubs. What about the Mets?
Yeah, I'm mad at putting the Mets in there.
Okay. Chad, I know you're not going to vote for it. I know you don't like it, but the Mets are winning today. Hate to say it. Okay. White Sox?
White Sox
ML? What's up with that line move? I know Clevenger's been good at home this season. I know Battenfield stinks. He gets no run support. I don't think Cleveland's won a game he started in this season. I wouldn't hate it.
He does suck, and this is a Guardians lineup with no Jose Ramirez still, so have no problem there. I think Clevenger can pitch well today.
Hate backing that loser, but I think they're winning today.
Yeah.
You want to go NBA over?
Yeah.
It keeps moving. It's up another half point, 211.5.
Yeah, toss it in.
You like those? So that's 5 plays?
Yeah.
All right, Chad, we've got Cardinals ML. We've got Red Sox team total over. We've got Mets ML. We've got White Sox ML. And we've got the Miami-Boston over on the hardwood tonight. Chad, I like all 5 of these plays a lot. These are winners. Chad. I like them. All right, the poll is up. Get to voting, all right? I want the winner to get 70 votes today. We got plenty of people in here. No excuses, all right? Vote for who you want. Vote for the play you think is going to hit, not the most fun play, not the play that nobody wants to take. Don't not take it because it's a gross play like the Mets or whatever. Take the play on the board that you think is going to hit, all right? That's how we've been smacking these. That's why we're 83, 53, and 2 on the BTL squad rides, chat. 83, 53, and 2. That is no fluke. That is 2 smart brains who are throwing out alley-oops to you guys, and you are absolutely LeBron James reverse windmill dunking them down and hitting squad rides. Plain and simple, chat. Plain and simple. All right? Javon, who are you voting for?
I gave it to the Red Sox team total.
Okay. I'm going Cards ML. Chad, I do like all these plays, though. All right? I do like all these plays a lot. Okay? Well, while these votes come in, we got about 5 more minutes. Chat, make sure you guys follow us on Pikkit. Make sure you guys are tracking your action. Make sure you're linking up all your sports books so that they can do the tracking for you. All right? Pikkit is the best bet tracking app out there on the App Store or Android store. Okay? Download Pikkit. All right? Use promo code Javon and start tracking your bets, chat. Start seeing where the money splits are at, the bet splits, okay? Check the post wall and see what we're posting on there. We're posting on there every single day. They've got a feed just like Twitter on there, okay? Download Pikkit. Make sure you check what Trent has locked in on Prize Picks before you lock in yours. Might be the most useful feature of the app. All right, chat? Download Pikkit. Promo code Javon. All right, boys? And as we wrap up here, let's power through these last couple games, Javon. Rangers, Braves. Evaldi hasn't a lot of runs since 1982. That's what it feels like. Strider's up on the bump. The under should be free, right?
Yeah. Just maybe.
Give me the over.
Yeah.
Give me the over. I lean the over 7.5 in this game. Look, Strider's been a little sketch, and Evaldi's been a little too good. And these offenses are elite. And this is a hitter-friendly park this season. Give me the over 7.5 with 2 elite pitchers right now who I don't think are as elite as they've been looking.
I agree. And it's not even like they have to pitch this terrible. Because, like, the thing with the Rangers is, I mean, this is, I guess, more predicated on Strider. But when they score in bunches, and a lot of that's come off of home runs with a couple guys on base. We have guys like Adolis who have been seeing the ball well. Marcus Semien is always in the conversation for one of these. Jonah Heim's been hitting the shit out of the ball. So, like, guys like that, whenever I think the Rangers offense is in a pretty good spot, to at least score a handful of runs, they do it in bunches. So I don't mind that. And then Eovaldi, yes, he's been very good, but you got to remember this is still a guy with a little bit of a home run issue. That hasn't really left him. He's just faced he's had favorable matchups, let's say that, home run wise. And this Braves offense is mashing right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if they got, again, a couple of home runs that drove a few in as well. So it's not even like these pitchers have to get blown up for this to go over, not just because it's a lower total, but also because that's just how these offenses are going to score runs. So I think the over is not a terrible play.
Okay. Dubs. What about Chicago-Houston? You like anything in that game?
Cubs.
Cubbies, ML, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the reverse run line, so
sure.
Take it how you want, but I do think JP France looks a little human today against that lineup. It's pushed out a little early, talked about it, so I'm not going to talk it to death, but give me Drew Smiley and the boys.
Okay, love it. And then the late night take me home piece, Cleveland, Chicago. Not that many late games on tonight. Latest game is 8:10 Eastern. Kind of weird. We already talked about it a little bit, but White Sox ML.
Yep.
Okay. Clevenger pitches well at home. Battenfield is a pitching machine, and no Ramirez for the Guardians yet. They have been reeling. This is not the same team that made the playoffs last year. Not yet. Not yet, at least.
Not quite.
All right. Let's check out the poll. Let's see where we're at, chats, how we're looking. Looks like the Cardinals and Red Sox are tied. Get those votes up, chat. The poll is in the Twitch. The poll is in the Twitch. Okay? Get your votes in. Hurry up. We're almost out of time. All right, chat. Get your votes in. Wow, we've got a tie.
Yeah, we got to pick now.
Okay. Well, I like the Cardinals. You like the Red Sox. So now what do we do?
Fuck.
Golly. What do we do? We're not parlaying it.
We're not parlaying it. It's not an option here.
We're not parlaying it. We're not. Javon, how are we dealing with this, brother?
It's a great question.
I like the Cards a lot, dude. I don't see them losing.
I just would much rather back the Red Sox bats.
Oh. What do we think? Should we have Josh pick?
Yeah, let's have Josh pick.
Josh, you still alive back there, brother? Let me know. Let's get a pulse check on Joshy. See if he's alive. If he's talking right now, he's muted.
There it is. You said Boston total.
Boston team total. All right, chat. There it is. Boston team total is the squad ride today. All right. Let's bounce back after last night. All right. Let's stay hot on the squad rides overall. 83, 53, and 2. 83, 53, and 2, chat. That is no fluke. That is hard work. And that is winners galore is what that is, chat. So let's smack a freaking squad ride tonight after last night's cake. Why not us? Why not us, chat? Okay? Love the Cardinals ML, but the squad ride, Red Sox team total over today. If you want some reverse run lines, we like the Cubs -1.5, and we like the Cardinals -1.5. If you're looking for some juicy plays, +200. All right?
Well.
As always, tail responsibly. If you guys aren't tailing the squad ride every single day, though, you are missing out on free coin. Okay? You're missing out. Tail the squad rides, cop a BTL shirt when it cashes tonight, and we'll see you guys on here tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be seeing.
Well.
We'll be seeing.